Hello and welcome back to Closed Circuit Sports. My name is Drew Goldman, and this is the second video we're gonna have from the Anderson Grand Prix. We qualified, I'm gonna be honest, way ahead of where we should have. For Heat Race 1, I pulled a 28.6. It was awesome. You got to see it if you watched the first one. I know it was the practice video or whatever, but it was also the qualifying video where we got descended. And I only got a couple of laps like that in the races. We get a couple of them here though. This is Heat Race 1. This will determine our position for the pre-final. The pre-final will determine positions for the final. So all of these happen in sequence. It's a lot like in a NASCAR race, you get stage wins. This is something similar. It sets your starting order for the next stage as well. I almost had it. Thank you, sir. That's just the beauty of the karting community. Do I know his name? No. Did he know I needed help? Yes. We got Levi in front of us. He's gonna let me up and through. Oh, it's gonna be a game about trying to hold position. We will see how many we can hang on to. I believe there were 14 or 17 starting in this race. Somewhere in there. It was just under 20. I believe it was over 15 though, starting this one. By the final, I think it had whittled down a little bit. This was my first street race that I had the opportunity to partake in, and man, I gotta be honest, I was nervous. It's a crazy concept, racing karts on streets, city streets, at least town streets. Nah, I'll be friendly to Anderson. It's the city of Anderson. I'm from Fishers. I'm one to talk. Calling ourselves a city for years. It's ridiculous. Finally kind of becoming one. It's not like we're any of these one stoplight towns I survey. Up the hill into turn 1. Trying to get that bump right so that you can carry all the momentum. Down here into turn 2. Hit the braking point somewhere between that yellow sign and this white sign. Let's swivel it, keep the momentum. Sliding down the hill for turn 4 to complete the most complicated simple lap, or the simplest road course, however you want to call it. Ooh, green. All right, 1 through. Holding space. I am here. Don't spin. Okay. We are navigating. This is good. That wasn't great. We got yellows. We got hands. And Kyle Landon passes me with his hand up like an asshole. Forgive me. I know he was gonna, pass me anyway, but dude, that's not when you do that. Wait 2 corners and you'd be fine. Instead, I want to bin you. I was so frustrated, and now that I had to hit the brakes, there's a gap. And now somebody's gonna come piling through. Ooh, I almost had that right. I didn't have the exit. I had the entry, had the mid-corner, made up plenty of time there. Lost too much trying to correct for it. There was a happy medium to be struck there, and I could not find it. Had a major counter steer there. Here comes Levi. Don't know this guy, but alrighty. I'll allow it. He earned it. Oh my goodness, here's Braden. Okay, allowed. Damn it, Landon. They should have all been fighting amongst themselves. Instead, I'm scrambling to keep up. But we're still alive. We're navigating. More than I can say for the other two races. We know Braden belongs at the front. He had a qualifying snafu where he came in underweight. And now he is struggling to find a way past this guy who's like, this kid's pretty quick. Yeah, he is. .7. All right, now that we're not getting eaten alive, we're back to turning laps like we can. 28.7, 28.7. This is good. Let's keep doing this. No mistakes. Too many already. Ooh, went deep there. Losing tenths at a time. Braden's finally going to get the move done up here into turn 1. And he does. Sweeping through. I was experimenting there. I shouldn't have. I do that too much, man. In sim and in reality, I just don't do what the right answer is. I go looking for a 10th somewhere or somewhere else because I've ran that before, I feel like. Let me see what this will do. Let me see what this will do. I gotta just do what I know is the right thing to do, always. Not most of the time. Too much experimenting when I know the right answer. I struggle to trust that I actually know the right answer, if that makes sense. We're already more than halfway through this race, flying by 28-second laps. As we zoom past the 30-mile-an-hour speed limit sign that I love every lap. We're going faster in go-karts around these streets than you're allowed to go in cars. Ha ha ha. Blowing through stop signs, blowing through stoplights. This is a ball. We got grandstands, we got spectators. Trying to soak it up. Up at the front, by the end of the weekend, Levi and Braden had a phenomenal battle for the win that was just awesome and deserving of a webcast, and I hope that someday soon Sierra gets one, because these venues are really cool. If they showed what we're doing out here the right way, I think this would be a great one. But anyway, I digress. Scrubbing too much speed there. That turn ended up being the end of me twice. Unfortunately, we don't have any video of the pre-final, but you'll see why. We'll get there. Oh, we got a spinner. Avoid, avoid. This was 206 Senior Open. This is the entry 10 horsepower open class. Bring your own kart, build your own kart, buy your own kart, race with a team, run out of a pickup truck, however you want to do it. Run what you brung. If it's got CIK bodywork, you're good to go. And a sealed 206. Ooh, had to avoid there. We had chaos. I avoid. I go, excuse me, sir. Thankfully, it didn't cost me any positions. I don't think I actually picked any up, though. I think they were lap traffic. Or it was one might have been for position, who knows. I can take I need everything I can get at this point after all that I had lost at the beginning. That was actually pretty good avoidance on not having a clear path through there at all. All right, bud. You've been there for a minute. I might have him on pace, though. We'll see. We just got to pick our battle. Might not have time. White flag this time. Damn. Checkers. Good race. What a venue. The Anderson Mares Cup Grand Prix. The 30th running. Bringing it down into the pits. God bless all the track workers out here, man. It was awesome to see all the volunteers that helped make this happen. Absolutely awesome. Degenhardt takes the win. Wilbur came in 4th. Lands in 5th. Heber 7th. Ethan Williams is a name we know. All right, and here we are back for Sunday. I had a couple of things that went on Sunday. I forgot my suit, for one. I thought I had it. I thought it was in the car already, and then it was actually still on the stairs. And I was halfway to Anderson before I realized that. I hadn't had my coffee in me. I had my coffee poured, but not in me. And very friendly of Mike. Can't remember his last name. Levi was calling him Bobblehead, which I found to be a rude nickname, but it's also like he does kind of just let his head bounce when he races. Anyway. Lent me a suit. Super friendly guy. Lent me a whole damn suit that smelled like laundry detergent. It smelled fresh as a daisy. I was like, thank you. It was about the right size. It might have been 2 sizes too big for me, or half, like a suit size too big for me. You know what I mean? And we're out here waiting for the pre-final, and I didn't know what the deal was. The deal was that they were switching the ambulances over. They were doing an ambulance shift change. And so I was like, okay, I should probably turn off my camera. And so I turned off my camera. And I thought it was on when we went out about a minute and a half later, but it was not. So I missed the video of the collision, but luckily it was just me spinning and someone else hitting me. So we didn't miss much from the pre-final. Pretty cool that they had a national anthem sang before the finals. Lady did pretty good. They did the same thing before the finals at the round 1 of the IKC, and it was very cool. Me and another dude behind me, as soon as it ends, we both at the same time go, "Play ball!" Look at each other like finger guns, like, ah. It was very fun. I love the karting community, man. When everybody keeps it positive, it's a great time. When everybody gets petty, it gets real petty. But if everybody can keep it fun, it stays fun. Now, due to the chaos that took place after the pre-final, where I bent 2 tie rods, snapped the heim joint, Steven helped me put it all back together, pro bono and on the fly, and God bless him, I had gotten one back in, but I wasn't going to get it aligned in time, and I knew it. He jumped in, he saved my ass, helped me get the parts that I had bummed off of other people who were generous enough to help me, and installed them gently. The right side tie rod was one size too small, so there was much more thread exposed than there should be. So we knew that the right front was going to be a weak point, and that I needed to be careful if I was to survive this race. I knew it. I knew that my right front was going to be a weak point. It was one of the 2 that had bent in the first place. I had bent both tie rods in the pre-final. I was like, shit. As soon as we had lifted my kart off the racetrack, I was like, where do I go for parts? There wasn't a dealer there. Big contact in front of us there. We didn't have a Burrell guy there. So I had to ask around. And I got a couple of spare tie rods. And they'd fit. It was all fine. A couple of heim joints and shit. All right, here we go. And who's got a sniper? Okay. How's my steering column? Bent. Shit, nothing I can do about that. All right, here we go. And we're putting it back together, me and Steven. And he's trying to help me wind down before the race, but I ended up boosting off the stand a second or 2 late. So you saw me there, getting going after everybody else was already out on track, and catching up at the end of the formation lap when everyone else was gridded. And now here we are finally chasing, but from last, for the first time in my career, starting from last. And it sucks, and I don't want to be here for very long, and I'm quicker than this guy, so he just made a mistake earlier anyway. Let's see where I can find a run. Let's see where we can find space to squeeze our way through. He knows I'm here. He is not getting that roll just right. Can't really bump draft him down into that corner. The only real bump drafting space is up here, but now there's 4 of us. These 2, and then him up front. Let's go get him, huh? Right? Right? Wrong. He goes deep. Again. And I know I can lap faster than this. I want to lap faster than this. At this point, I'm being held up. Let's find a way through, right? Wrong. Boof. He hit the wall and bounced out more than the cart width that I had left him, directly into that right front tire that I was trying to protect. My race was over. My right front was detached. That new tie rod that we had just bummed off of a friend was now broken, and my weekend was done. This was my first proper DNF. He goes, "Was that your second or third?" I go, "Second." He goes, "Shit." I was stunned, I was bummed, I was like, dude. Because I had left enough space for one cart, but not for him to bounce a whole cart width off the wall and into me with his rear axle.
We've had to replace steering shaft and everything.
Oh, that was already gonna get done.
He said what was important. Glad you're okay. And I said what was important back. Thank you. But man, not how I envisioned it going. The generosity of the karting community was on full display for this whole event, though, and you all right?
Thank you.
And I thoroughly appreciated it. This was the first time that I finished last, and hopefully the last time for quite some time. We will see you back for round 4 of the Indy Karting Challenge. I'm Andrew Goldman, and this is Closed Circuit Sports. Peace.